I am Abel. They don't tell you much about me, just a few lines, a few verses, a name, a sacrifice, a debt. But I had a life too. I had breath. I had dreams. I had a brother. Cain and I were different in many ways, but we were also the same, sons of Adam and Eve, born outside Eden, raised in the shadow of a paradise our parents lost. We grew up hearing stories of what was, what could have been. He walked the soil, I tended the sheep. We both brought what we had to God, but I didn't bring just what I had. I brought the best of what I had, not because I wanted to outdo my brother, but because I loved the Lord. That moment, when God accepted my offering, it changed everything. Not for me, for Cain. He looked at me differently after that, quieter, colder. The brother I played with, ran with, laughed with, now avoided my eyes. I didn't know how to fix it. I just kept loving the Lord the best way I knew how. Then came that day. He asked me to come to the field, just the two of us. I didn't question it. He was still my brother. But I saw it in his eyes before the blow came: jealousy, rage, pain. It wasn't just me he struck, it was his own pain projected, his own anger unleashed. And I was the ground it landed on. Blood has a sound. Did you know that? Mine cried out. And even after breath left my body, God still heard me, still saw me, still held me. You may think I lost, that my story ends in death, but I want you to know I didn't lose, because I gave God my best, because I worshipped with a whole heart, because even when the world was unjust, God was still just, and He still is. If your heart is pure, give anyway. If others don't understand your devotion, love anyway. And if you are struck down for doing what's right, know that heaven sees and heaven speaks. Even blood, when spilled in faith, has a voice. I am Abel. My story was short, but my worship echoes still. A prayer from Abel, God of justice, God who sees beyond the sacrifice. You hear even when the world silences. To the heart that gives without being seen, to the worshipper who offers their best in secret, to the soul who feels the sting of rejection, I pray for strength. When others misunderstand our devotion, when comparison gives way to cruelty, when our purity becomes someone else's offense, Lord, may we remain faithful. Teach us not to measure our worth by the approval of men, but by the posture of our hearts before you. May we give our best not for applause, but because you are worthy. And when we are hot for doing what is right, remind us you are not absent. You are not silent. You hear the blood. You honor the sacrifice. You redeem the story. To the unseen worshiper, to the faithful in the field, to the ones whose names are almost forgotten, may they know heaven remembers, heaven records, and heaven will restore. Amen.